Hot cross buns are a really traditional thing to make around Easter time, sometimes for Ash Wednesday and also for Good Friday, but really any time, especially in the spring, is traditional. They're kind of a sweet, soft bun. First, you want to go ahead and butter a bowl and put it aside. Next, heat up 1 cup of milk and just get it warm to the touch. Next, you're going to take your butter and you're going to want 12 tablespoons, 1½ sticks, and get it so that it's totally melted but cooled. You're going to go ahead and kind of scramble up, beat your eggs, 4 large eggs, and you're going to add that after you've put your milk in your bowl. Now, if you have a KitchenAid mixer, this would be a good time to add that to that bowl. I'm just using a hand beater, and that's fine also. You're going to put 3/4 of a teaspoon of ground cinnamon and 3/4 of a teaspoon of freshly grated nutmeg. And you're going to go ahead and put in 2 packets of dry yeast. I'm using the Fleischmann's brand, and that is probably the easiest one to find at just about any grocery store. Next, you're going to go ahead and put 1/2 cup of granulated sugar and a little bit of salt, 2 teaspoons. And next you're going to put on your flour, and the flour and the egg are going to go little by little. So here I'm putting in the butter, there's the egg, and you're going to be putting in 5½ cups of all-purpose flour, and you're going to reserve a little for dusting. But you want to add the flour a cup at a time. So I put in a cup, then I mixed a little bit, then after it got pretty well mixed, I would put in another cup, I'd mix again. I'm going to do this until I've got a bread dough consistency. I'm putting in some currants here, and I happen to like the light colored yellow raisins as opposed to the dark, but a mixture is really good too. Certainly you could just do the dark, or you could also use citron if you wanted to. You're going to go ahead and knead the bread, really just, you don't want to overwork it, but you just want to get the raisins so that they're kind of evenly distributed right in the flour. And the flour that's dusting it will kind of help it from getting too sticky. Next, you're going to put it in that buttered bowl that you buttered at the very beginning, and you're going to cover it with some kind of saran wrap. You'll notice it's about 2/3 of the way up in the bowl now. And once it's risen, it'll be kind of pushing on that saran wrap. It will, have grown almost 1/3 bigger. This is my daughter. She enjoys making the little rolls. Not really supposed to use your arm. You're going to make about 24 of them to fit on a cookie sheet. When we did this, I actually did about 20 instead of 24. And you'll see they're not touching each other. But once they have risen, you're going to cover them again. They will actually be touching. So that's how you'll know. Give them about an hour to rise for the second time. Once they have risen, you can go ahead and take just kitchen shears and go ahead and do like a clip one side, clip the other side so that it makes a cross in the bun. You can also just leave them dome shaped and then just use your frosting to do a cross on top of. That is equally fine if you have a thicker kind of a frosting. Next, I'm putting in egg wash on. This is just egg white, a little bit of water, a little bit of salt. And I'm just kind of painting it on so that when these cook in the oven, they can get like a really beautiful, glossy, pretty finish to them. You're going to put them in the oven at 375, and that's for about 25 minutes, and then you're going to give them some time on a wire rack to cool. While they're in the oven, you go ahead and make your glaze. 1 tablespoon of milk, some confectioner's sugar, a little bit of lemon juice if you'd like, and you kind of just mix it and watch and see when you get the right consistency that you like. This is sort of a medium consistency that I've made here, and you'll see because I cut those little crosses in ahead of time, even though my frosting is a little drippy, it just seeps right into the cross that I've cut on the bun. If you made it thicker, you could put it on a dome shape and it would stay in a cross. And there you go, easy peasy hot cross buns.